Hello, my name's Claire and I'd like to teach you a ballet class. If you've never done any form of ballet before, you can do this. If you've never done any form of dancing before, you can do this. I should give you some slightly more straightforward versions of it so it'll make it easier for you. And the most important thing is just to enjoy dancing to it. Enjoy the music and enjoy moving. It's really, really good for you. It's good for your brain, it's good for your core, it's really strengthening, and it can take your mind off all the stuff that's happening at the moment. Anyway, so before you start dancing, I really recommend that you look around yourself, make sure you have plenty of space. Yeah, you don't need loads, but definitely a good sort of 2 metre square. So sort of put your arms out that way and make sure you've got enough space. Anyway, so what we do, we always start with a warm-up. A couple of things to go through with you, just in case you've never done ballet before. So ballet, basically, it's all about how you stand. It's a bit like vertical Pilates, I like to say. So it's about imagining your hips are kind of the base, and imagine you're growing out of your hips. So imagine your spine lengthening up as your hips, the back of your back relaxes down, your core, your tummy is kind of zipped. So imagine you've got like a bit of gaffer tape across from there and across from there, so it's kind of contained, yeah? When your legs are turned out in ballet, so basically think of the top of your leg rotating out, so your knees sort of face out towards the corners. Yeah, you might have seen people with their toes facing right to the sides. Don't worry about that at the moment, you don't need to get that. But if you just get your legs opening a little bit so that your knees, the top of your legs are facing outwards, your toes will naturally follow. So when you bend your knees will go out over your toes, okay? It's really important to keep your weight nice and central. So every so often, do a little rise, make sure your weight's on the balls of your feet. Yeah, you don't actually tilt forward, but you're nice and upright with your weight going through the ball of your foot. So your weight goes straight the way through. You're like a game of Jenga, basically. If you've got any bits sticking out, you're going to be wonky. So get everything stacked nicely on top of it, on top of each other. Ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, hips over knees, knees over the balls of your feet. If you stand like that and relax your arms in a nice curve, they form what we call bra bar, which means low arms, basically. Just to go through the basic leg position, so you know. So you've got first position is heels together, toes facing outwards. Second position is basically your heels under your hips, yeah, under your hip bones, okay? Again, toes facing, or not just toes, the whole leg rotated. And as a result of your leg being rotated out, your toes will face out. Third position is one heel in front of the other, but not overcross. Your heel of your front leg is kind of, there's a little bone of your instep, it's by there. If you've got ballet shoes on, it's by the elastic of your ballet shoe. We don't use fifth position at this level. And also we do have fourth position, which is that position, so you just move one leg forward. However, we're not really using that at this level. We did use that in the warm-up for the transfers of weight forwards and back, but not really a strict one because that's quite big. Okay. Just to go through the positions of the arms, this is called bra bar, which means low arms, and then we have, just like the feet, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got first position, which is fingers opposite the belly button, arms open, elbows slightly lifted like they're floating on water. Second position is like you're hugging an enormous tree. Try not to let that happen, yeah? So again, just like we did at the bar, keep those elbows nice and lifted, shoulders down low, okay? Third position is one arm in front. It can be either arm, both are third. Fourth position is very similar to third, but one arm's up high. Fifth position is both arms up high. Very easy for that to happen, okay? So think shoulders down, think heavy shoulders, zip the tummy so you don't arch the back as well, okay? Shoulders down, try and make the gap between your ears and your shoulders as long as possible, yeah? So don't try and think of lifting that way, think of lengthening there through the spine, so it's almost like your spine is expanding.